What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And so let's get into this conversation. Now, you just heard what Kim Kardashian said. And this came out a few weeks ago. And honestly, it had a lot of people infuriated, had a lot of people steaming, and some people really did agree with her. Now, I couldn't disagree with her completely when it comes to her saying it seems like these days nobody wants to work. And for me, I see that differently than somebody like Kim Kardashian, because I don't think that the statement alone that she said was a lie. It was just the messenger was horrible, because she is clearly someone of privilege. She clearly has made it to a status that most people will never make it to, doing what she did, which is how she was propelled onto the scene of celebrity, was because of a sex tape between her and Ray J. And now she's supposedly in this new show that they have on the Hulu channel, well, not the Hulu channel, but the Hulu network, about the Kardashians. She, in this first episode, they're saying that she was threatening to burn them all to the effing ground, in basically a threat to those who say that they have additional either footage or an additional sex tape of her and Ray J on his laptop. And they have some additional footage that could be released. Now, we know that this wasn't filmed yesterday, meaning the show. Of course, if there's additional footage of between her and Ray J, that was not filmed yesterday either. But it's so disingenuous of her to say something like that. So we know that at this point they're pretty much horrible actors and actresses, because that's how she made it to where she is. Of course, she doesn't need that now. She doesn't need that type of exposure now. But for her to say this time she knows all of the right lawyers to contact, and she has all of the resources and will do whatever necessary to burn them all to the effing ground, because this is not what she wants out there. But she put that statement together to make it seem like that's not what she wanted before. I'm not even saying that she didn't 100% not want that out there before, because we know that her mom was the one that orchestrated the deal, which is what got her to be a pretty much bigger celebrity than even Ray J was and is at this point. Period. So that helped them. That helped to propel them. So for her to say something like that now, about now she knows what to do, now she knows the right people to contact, now she has the right resources, but back then she didn't. Let's say she didn't have the right connections and the actual resources that she needed back then. She had something. She definitely had her mom, and her mom was the one that orchestrated the deal for her to pretty much make it to the top, being on her back. Period. So for her to say that nobody wants to work these days is absolutely insane, because now it's coming out. She's being accused, her and the family, the whole clan, of underpaying employees. And one person says she didn't even make enough money to make it to work. Now, this story comes from the Jasmine brand, and it says it seems like working for the Kardashian-Jenner clan isn't all it's cracked up to be. Over the years, the Kardashian-Jenner family has managed to climb to the top of the entertainment and business world. In addition to bringing in a reported 9-figure salary for the new Hulu reality series that's set to premiere on April 14th, the ladies of the famous clan all have their own lucrative endeavors. According to reports, the net worths of the Kardashian-Jenner women range between $45 million and $1 billion. Ridiculous. Some might think that a family worth this much would be generous with the pay they give their employees. However, that doesn't seem to be true for the Keeping Up with the Kardashian stars. Jessica DeFino, a former employee of the reality family, recently revealed that while working as an assistant editor on the Kardashian-Jenner's official apps, that she got paid so little that she sometimes didn't make enough money to make it to work. According to DeFino, in 2015, she worked for Walla Rock Industries, which is the digital media company the Kardashian-Jenner family hired to create their apps, for a starting salary of $35,000. While she was shopping for groceries at the 99-cent only store to help make ends meet, Kylie Jenner, 24, was celebrating 600,000 people subscribing to her app alone in the first 2 days. Reports at the time estimated that the family's apps would generate $32 million from the $3 monthly subscriptions in a single year. Again, I ask, who are these people that are paying for this crap? I don't know anybody personally that does, but I just ask that question because what are the benefits of having an app for these people? I'm just curious. Not interested, just curious. DeFino continued and shared that despite being underpaid, she worked days, nights, holidays, and weekends in hopes of the hard work eventually paying off. She added, "I wasn't alone. I spoke to 2 former employees who worked on the apps and 2 former employees of KKW Beauty, Kim Kardashian's cosmetics line, all of whom described an environment of overwork at the expense of their mental and sometimes physical health, as well as their career advancement." As previously reported, Kim Kardashian, 41, recently went viral over her controversial business advice, telling women to get your F&A up and work. DeFino spoke on the unsolicited tip and said, "I thought of the extra labor I put into stretching my salary. I thought of crying in my car because I wanted to get my F&A up. I wanted to be in that room. I wanted to climb the corporate ladder. Whatever. I wanted to work. I just couldn't afford to get there." Absolutely crazy. And this doesn't surprise me. I'm not saying that most people who are in this type of tax bracket with what they earn don't pay really well. But if you think about it, for them to have the type of, let's say, empire that they have, it takes a lot of moving hands. It takes a lot of people. It takes a lot of assembly lines. It takes a lot. They wouldn't have gotten to the place that they are if they had a lot of people working for them that they paid a lot of money to. So what they do is they get a lot of people to work for them that they can pay at the least to. I mean, let's think about it. Chris Rock made this joke years ago in a stand-up comedy special, and it's a true statement. He said, think about minimum wage. That means that if it were allowed in the United States, they would pay you less. But legally, we can't. So this is what we're going to pay you. And I'm not saying that the Kardashian-Jenner clan only pay people minimum wage. Obviously, that's not the truth. But I will say that they definitely have a lot of people that are close to that bracket of the minimum in order to get them to their maximums. I heard someone say this a long time ago, that billionaires don't become billionaires by paying a lot of people a lot of money. And I believe that. I have clients that are very well off, that pay extremely well. And then you have some that they don't pay anything extra. There's no gratuity or no tip, because it's like they don't see that as them being smart with their money. And they like to hold on to a lot of it. I'm one of those people. I have the mindset that you get by giving. So if I can be generous in the pay that I pay to those who work with me, I don't like to say for me, but work with me, then I will do that. So this story doesn't really surprise me, because the audacity of her to say something like, get your F&A up and go to work, and it seems that no one wants to work these days. She's an extremely entitled person, along with the entire family. So none of this really surprises me. And now we've got this court case that's about to happen between Blac Chyna and the crew, the Kardashian crew. Because Blac Chyna, she was in a relationship with their brother Rob Kardashian. They did have a child together, and they did have one season of their reality show, and it was canceled. And now she is accusing the Kardashians of the ones dashing her dreams of having this show be a regular on the E network and her making that money that she was accustomed to getting. So she's ready to go up against them in court, and trial is actually set for Friday, April the 15th. Good Friday. Didn't know the courts were open on Good Friday, but here we go. It's set to begin. And she's being represented by attorney Lynn Chiani. So her attorney says after over 4.5 years, Chyna is very thankful to be 1 week away from proving to a Los Angeles jury that all 4 defendants, Kim, Khloe, Kylie, and Kris, so she's not saying anything against Kourtney, they abused their power to get her #1 hit show canceled. Chiani told Page 6 in a statement, and Chiani claimed famed momager Kris, 66, acted as the ringleader, but Kim, 41, Khloe, 37, and Kylie, 24, all played a role in getting the show canceled to their immense financial benefit. And it says, quote, and they knew they did not have the legal right to cancel Chyna's show. All 4 defendants carried out their illegal activity in secret and repeatedly lied to Chyna's face. Chiani alleged, adding that the Kardashian-Jenners' elaborate and conniving ruse involved production company Bunham Murray. Chyna's lawsuit and Chiani's statement claimed the Hollywood family cost the now, and they have to put this in there, now Zeus Network star to lose a tremendous amount of income, going from $92,500 per episode to being off the airways entirely. The defendants' illegal conduct not only cost Chyna millions and millions of dollars, their conduct was emotionally devastating to her, Chiani alleged. Kris Jenner was like a second mother to Chyna, and Kim had been her BFF for years. The extreme betrayal and humiliation felt by Chyna after discovering the truth about what the defendants did to her lingers to this day. Chyna, 33, is expected to appear in court to testify and personally witness the entire trial. Chyna, whose legal name is Angela White, is seeking more than $40 million for loss of earning damages and more than $60 million in loss of future earning capacity damages. As for the Kardashian-Jenners, their attorney Michael G. Rhodes fought at a hearing Friday to have them appear only once. My clients are obviously people that are very well known. They'll cause a stir being in the courthouse, Rhodes said upon asking whether he could complete his full line of questioning in one go. Chyna first filed her lawsuit against the Kardashian family in 2017. The family responded with a suit of their own that claimed Chyna had violently attacked her ex-fiancé Rob, with whom she shares 5-year-old daughter Dream. Rob, 35, since has dismissed his assault lawsuit against his ex. And here's the thing. Didn't he post what can be seen as revenge porn on his social media account against Blac Chyna? Because I believe it got struck down. And he did it out of spite and anger. Because, yeah, she might not have been right by moving on and I guess maybe cheating on him. But to, post that type of content is absolutely wrong. And it was not cool that she was friends, even like the story says, BFFs with Kim Kardashian at one time. And even she was friends with Kylie Jenner, and Kylie got with her first child's father, which was, I believe, her boyfriend at the time too. and they were dating for a long time. They didn't have any children together, but they were together for a while. Like, they're just sloppy and messy. I don't care if they are almost billionaires or billionaires or whatever. I don't even understand why at this point they have it even going this far. Have they not tried to settle with Blac Chyna out of court? Because it seems to me that if they tried to settle with her for maybe like 25 or 50% of what she's trying to sue them for, she would probably go for it, because she claims she's not getting any child support from any of her child's fathers, and she had to sell 3 of her cars, which not many baby mothers have 3 cars that they could sell or pawn or hawk in order to get milk and food for their babies. But anyway, if they tried to settle with her out of court, I feel just for the hurt, the pain, and the suffering that she dealt with, whether people see her as having a heart or not, she is a human being. She's not a robot. And she was with her child's father. She was friends with Kim. She was friends with Kylie. She feels that Kim betrayed her, and Kylie betrayed her friendship as well and got with her child's father / boyfriend at the time. And they just don't really have any care about how they operate. They do whatever they want to do, and they have no consideration for anyone but themselves. That's why no one feels sorry for Chloe with her situation with Tristan, because of how she's gotten with other people's boyfriends, even Tristan, who was with someone else, I believe, at the time when she first got with him. So these people are so heartless and cruel. All they can think about is themselves, and then they have the nerve to say they don't want their wealth being spoken of in this trial. But yet, that's all we really hear about when it comes to them, how much their new season of the show each person is going to be making, and all of this other stuff, and how much their brands are worth, how much they sold this for. Like, everything with them is about money and opulence. So the mere fact that they have this ridiculous request about not having their incomes revealed in court, like, are you kidding me? How about you just settle with this girl out of court, and you don't even have to worry about going to court? None of you will have to do it. Settle out of court. Request mediation. I don't know what has happened since she filed and up until this point, because I haven't heard anything about any mediations or depositions that have happened. Because if they did happen, I believe there would have been news out here about it, even if there were no actual recordings. But I just don't understand the situation. But with Kim telling women that they need to get their F and A up and get to work, but she's trying to stop Blac Chyna from the work that she was doing, whether it was seen as legitimate or not. They had a show when she was having Rob's baby. They all were in the delivery room with her. They even did like some videos together where Blac Chyna's mom was in the room too. Like, everybody was in there. They all were getting together and getting along, even if it was just faking it for the cameras, because we know they're all fake. But I'm just saying, they have an attachment forever, which is that little girl that she shares with Rob Kardashian. So for the sake of peace and all of the money that they got coming out of their butthole, their eye sockets, their ears, their mouths, their nostrils, like, these people breathe money. Why not just settle with this girl and move on? But they're the ones that's dragging it out. So look, if they don't want to settle with her, I say bring your butts to court every single day that the trial is going forward. And to be honest with you, I think they're really scared about that, because they don't really see, even though Blac Chyna may not be seen as understandable or maybe even likable to some people, I think more people would be able to relate to her over the Kardashians Jenner clan, because of how a lot of people resent the fact that they are as well known and as wealthy as they are, simply based off of the fact that it all started with a sex tape and a dream that came to reality. And now here we are all of these years later, and we're still having to deal with these people and hear about them all the time. So I think a jury would be more apt to go with Blac Chyna's reasonings and theory, well, not really hers, but her attorney's argument for why they believe she's owed money because of how they believe that the influence that they had, they shut down her opportunity to earn. It's a job. So for Kim to do something like that and the rest of them, that is crazy. I don't know if it's illegal. So the term that the attorney was using, calling it illegal, when I think of illegal, I think of like actual crimes. It may be unethical. It may not be cool. It may be hating. It may be, you know, something along those lines, but I don't really know if it's deemed as illegal. But if they can in some way, shape, or form prove Blac Chyna's points in court and they're able to get some type of win for her, I think that would be good. I just think the girl feels, as much as people may see her as vile, disgusting, angry, all of these different things, I believe with most people, especially people like this that come from a broken home and background, and the way they were raised and all of those different things play a role. I'm not saying it should be an excuse for anyone, especially when they have become an adult, but to go through all of those things and then to feel like you've made some friends and then you pretty much see that these people have betrayed you in so many ways. Kim was her BFF. Kylie was her friend. Kylie got with her child's father and boyfriend, and they dated for a long time. Like, and that alone is hurtful. So, I mean, I don't know if you can really get revenge on people in court in this way unless you can really prove the points. But I hope that the attorney can prove her points and she can get her money and then she can get her F&A up and work like Kim Kardashian says that women need to do. But this story about them underpaying staff, it doesn't surprise me at all. And then, you know, they flaunt their wealth and opulence and it's no big deal when other people are out here working very hard and doing their jobs to the best of their ability. And then you have someone as entitled as Kim Kardashian to say something to women. That's what it was supposed to be. Get your F&A up and get to work. Like, absolutely insane. Ridiculous. I would love to see her working in a Dunkin' Donuts somewhere and see how she makes it. But anyway, I really would love to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts. And until the next time. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.